What's going on, guys? This is going to be a very basic how to cook guide in Project Zomboid. So the first thing you want to do is navigate over to your crafting menu, and then you'll notice there's a cooking tab underneath the crafting menu. So the first step in cooking is actually creating the recipe, which is pretty straightforward. To create a recipe, you'll need the correct ingredients and the correct container for the ingredients. So let's take stir fry for instance. The base item that you'll need is the frying pan, and then there's a whole bunch of ingredients that can go into the stir fry from there. And adding the ingredients is pretty straightforward too. All you have to do is go over to the ingredient you want to add, hit add ingredient, see the little loading bar, and we'll just do it for like a few ingredients in this case. So once you've added the ingredients to your dish, you'll be able to find it inside of your inventory. Next, we'll need a heat source. In this case, I'm using an oven. And what you want to do is you take your dish, put it inside the oven, whatever heat source you have, and hit turn on. Once you've turned it on, your food will begin to cook, and you can actually see that through the little cooking bar right there. And then what you need to do next is pretty obvious. You need to wait until that bar is finished all the way. Okay, so once the cooking bar is finished, you'll notice that the cooking switches to burning, which means that your meal is cooked and now is beginning to burn. So don't let that burning bar finished, or else the meal is going to suck and it's going to make you unhappy. So take it out of the oven, and never forget to turn off your oven, because if you were to leave with the oven on, you're probably going to come back to your base on fire and everything destroyed, and that's going to be pretty sad. And so here's the final product, your cooked meal. Cooked meals are great because in general they're going to give you better boosts overall. Like you'll lose unhappiness, you'll lose more hunger. It's just usually you get a better return off a cooked meal than say like the raw ingredients. Next, I want to talk a little bit about recipes. The more you cook, the more you'll start to build experience towards the next cooking level. And as you increase your cooking level, you'll have access to a wider array of recipes. You can also learn new recipes through reading the cooking magazines you find throughout the Project Zomboid world. Lastly, I want to talk a little bit about the various heat sources you can use to cook. In my example, I used an oven, but there's plenty of other ones. For instance, you could use a microwave, a propane barbecue, a charcoal barbecue, an antique oven, a fireplace, or a campfire. For all of these heat sources, it's basically the same exact process. You just put your meal in there and then let it cook. The only thing that varies really is the fuel source. So for instance, the microwave and oven, they both use electricity, whereas the propane barbecue uses propane, and I bet you can guess what the charcoal barbecue uses. So yeah, that'll conclude this very basic guide on how to cook. A like and or subscribe would mean a lot. Thanks so much for checking out the video. Have a good one. Bye.